If you need any help, just DM.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you like the new Super Chat. Today, YouTube finally made me a partner. So now, our voices will be shared a lot more. Last time, things got a little carried away with Skype. Tonight, we're looking at a different outcome. But hopefully, you guys are watching Raw. So I may take your questions on Discord as well, depending on if I can figure it out. And two, I won't forget the guys in the chat. Tonight, we're reviewing Raw. 3 hours of boredom. Hell, I don't even got it on. I've been too worried about making the perfect stream for you tonight. Valerie, Raw is always boring. That's why I want to return on SmackDown. At least they have some sort of entertainment. For those who didn't know, Chad went missing Sunday. Him and his 10-year-old son. They found his son, but they still haven't found him. If you know any information or can help, please let officials know as soon as possible. Now on to more of a wrestling theme tonight. We had a few trolls last time, and we had a few smart people that knew what they were going to talk about. Let's get into the comments to see what we got to read so far. Hey AnonYmous, what is the truth about Vince McMahon? Well, it's pretty obvious. He's out to kill his own company. They have to try him and be better because of being on Fox. That's true, Steve. Is Shad a wrestler? Yes. He used to be part of Crime Time back in the day. He's the taller one, not the short one. If I knew more details, I would say it, but I don't. Unfortunately, I read about it, and it's sad. And, I hope they do find him. JTTG, yes, he's the smaller one. The tall one is Chad. How did he go missing? I believe he was swimming at Venice Beach, and then a tide came in and washed a lot of people out, and yeah, sad news. They ended up finding his 10-year-old child, but not him. Hey Phil Brooks, are you going to attack someone when he returned to SmackDown. I'll leave that for people to see for themselves. I'm not sure how I'm Phil Brooks, but think what you want. Have you wrestled with Crime Time? Not that I can recall. It's been a while. What is your music in the background? Something to relax your mind while watching my live stream. Nothing too loud, just calming. Just calm enough to get your attention. Relax your mind and hear the truth. Hey AnonYmous, have you seen the messages, new numbers in their bio? It's probably another puzzle I've talked about. The message is ran by a corporation, which is WWE. I am my own self. I control what I want. Since I don't work for that company, I can do what I want. But no, I haven't paid much attention to the message, WWE. Do you like Fruity Pebbles? No, but I hear Liv Morgan does. But I don't. What does 001-2002-7009-0 mean? I have no idea. You will have to figure that out. Does anybody got any interesting questions for me tonight? Before we get to Discord and hear what you have to say, I like to focus more on the chat here on YouTube, and then try to figure out how to use Discord tonight, which I have a few mods and admins helping me out, but I can only do so much. So bear with me. Let me turn on my TV and see how Raw is doing. Give me a moment. Better yet, I don't have patience to watch through this shit. So, I'll let you watch the show, and I'll sit here and talk to you. That way, I won't be talking during the good parts. Just tell me to shut up. Why is storytelling in wrestling a lost art nowadays? It's been a lost art for a while. Ever since the John Cena era, the PG era, the anti-bully era, every bit of those aspects took its toll on wrestling. You no longer could express yourself. You couldn't be a bully without repercussions. You could no longer enjoy wrestling because they insulted your intelligence. Yeah, maybe the bikini matches were a little passé, but it gave attitude. It gave women sex appeal. It gave them something to sell to you. And now, when women are treated equal, they're treated the same. They're treated like a man and respected like a man. And that is good, but there's also bad. You no longer got things to sell to people, to fans. There's a difference. Women normally made all their income by photo shoots and being divas. There was nothing wrong with that. Then you had storylines that were a bit edgy, but they told the story that it needed to without the censorship of being too over the top. Nowadays, you can't even enjoy a story without predicting the end of it. That is bad booking. That is bad storytelling. What happened to Livestream 3 from your YouTube uploads? It's gone. We'll see. From now on, all my live streams will become private. Not because I'm trying to hide anything. It's a simple fact that the message WWE is basically stealing word from word everything I say. Then they put it on the corporate account and they bank on it. Because I'm too creative for them, they had to steal my content. And that is why I posted the video, to show you who stole from who. Do I work for WWE? No. Am I trying to be somebody I'm not? No. It's simple, and I showed all of you. They are taking from me. I've said this a long time now. I've been around since 2011. They only existed for the past maybe 2 months. With an old Twitter account from WWE, which was Stand Up for WWE. They just changed the username. That's all they did. They haven't been around since 2010. And everybody wants to know who is behind the message. It's kind of obvious at this point. The goal is to have Xavier Woods turn his back on the New Day. Everyone points out Mustafa Ali. Well, it's obvious. There is another person. Someone very familiar. But we'll get into that on another live stream. I'm not saying that's who they are. I'm just saying that's how obvious it's getting. It's predictable. Me, nobody knows who I am. You have your predictions, but you don't know. Everyone's saying CM Punk. I can tell you, that's not my name. Over and over again, people watch my videos. They think they know, but I change the questions. As soon as you think you know, it's not the truth. I'm simply here to tell you the message before they do. It's up to you to listen to it. It's kind of obvious. If I worked for WWE, would I have a Teespring t-shirt store? Would I have a YouTube channel? Would I have super chats? Would I have a Discord? No. They will control me where I could not make any profit. But here's the thing. Before all of the trolls start pouring in, I've been around for a long, long time. They took from me. It's simple. Are you Rowdy Piper? Are you serious? The man has passed away and has been dead for a few years now. Are you Kane? No. I'm using a voice decoder. That way, my identity wouldn't be revealed to you. And don't worry about trying to change the pitch, because it won't work. Thank you, King Millie, for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the super chat. You're a lot more interesting than this Bobby Lashley versus R-Truth Master Lock match. You're extremely appreciated for all your immunity. Well, thank you, KJ, Casey Wood. Another super chat. Who was pawned to win the Money in the Bank? Was it supposed to be Otis? No. Since all the crowd reactions and everything surrounding this whole Otis movement, it changed a few things. He wasn't supposed to win the Money in the Bank. That is why the message didn't show. That is why the message keeps repeating the video that they already posted a week ago. Just to let you know, there's more to the story with me and the message. Thank you, Jordan, for subscribing. Now with these super chats, I appreciate every dollar you give. I will make my future streams charities only. And this will be for the COVID-19. 100% profit goes to the charity. But right now, I just got super chats. So I appreciate everyone that does. What is your thoughts on Seth? Did Rey Mysterio last week on Raw? What is your thoughts on what Seth did to Rey Mysterio last week on Raw? I have no idea. Seth is Seth. He does things his way. To me, his words are always wise. But to me, what he did to Ray, I would be lying if I knew. I mainly watch SmackDown because that's the only one I'm focused on. But I appreciate your super chat, and I hope I gave you the answer that you wanted. I am supposed to be a mod. Mark Rage, I could make more mods, but the thing is, we would get too carried away. And I believe this is the first time I've noticed you in the chat. So maybe in a few more live streams, I'll make you mod. Will you make me mod, Devin? I would love to make all of you mods, but then we'll be facing each other. For those who are inquiring about being a mod, it's really no different from what you're doing now. Only you're basically blocking trolls that want to gain attention. And that's all. There's no special powers. You don't control the account or anything, just a chat. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. Now, I will be going on Discord later and taking your calls and hearing what you have to say. But I want to make sure I'm doing this right. That guy, Chris252, thank you for super chatting me. He asks, thank you for this. What happened to deal? Thank you for this. What happened to the deal with USA when Fox buys WWE? The deal with USA Network and Raw, I think their contract is good for a while. Fox owns SmackDown brand, but WWE is basically the owner. So their contract with Fox is obviously a TV deal. Same with the USA. USA is a Raw brand. So, but Fox is interested in Raw. So the whole company would be for sale. And that is different from a TV deal, because Fox is its own corporation, it's its own business. It wouldn't be for TV rights, it would be basically owning the company. And what I know is basically what you know at this moment. Fox and USA are basically working together, but not for the same channel. This is for Fox, ESPN Plus, and even Disney are interested in buying WWE. There's so much going on right now. Sorry, guys. Alright, another super chat. You're amazing. I hope you enjoy my channel. Did you compete at Money in the Bank 2011 and at SummerSlam 13? I can tell you yes, 2011 at Money in the Bank, yes. At SummerSlam, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to pinpoint who I am, but you can get an idea if that answers your question. Yes, Money in the Bank 2011 was a special night for me. I appreciate all these super chats, I really do. It's actually helping me better this stream. Let's see what else we got. So, there's some few things I want to update a lot of you on. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting Raw, but I do want to say a few things. Now, if you're a wrestling fan and you like things more on the edge, you like to express yourself, you love being a wrestling fan, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm coming back. I miss all of you. I miss being in front of you. I just want WWE and all of wrestling to be better. That's all I ask. I'm not here to take away anything from you. I am here to tell you the truth like you deserve, and not some dirt sheet that tells you what you want to, like what they want you to hear. Like Dave Meltzer, he wants you to think what he thinks and force feed you into believing something that he basically made up. Me, I want to express myself like all of you. I am no different. I'm a fan. I've been a fan for years. And I'm like all of you. I was raised on wrestling. And then I got lucky. Real young. And I wanted to become a wrestler. And I did. All my goals were set. And then sadly, I had to go away. Bad news, Brandon. Thank you. And hi to you as well. Thanks for the super chat. Now, when you super chat, it should pop up on my live stream. I'm not sure if I got that right or not, but thank you for the super chat. Now later on, I will get more creative and I might do some goofy things for you guys. Like, if a super chat's over 50, I'll sing a lullaby or something. But I would just want to make it fun and different. I'm not afraid to express myself. I'm not always dark, demented, and out to get anybody. And there you go. Thank you, Bad News, Barrington. Now I might have to fix the chat thing. It's in the way. It's gonna bother me. Let me see if I can do something about that. There. Now that when you send a super chat, your name will pop up as well. Alright. KJ Robinson. Agree with everything you're saying. Just can't shake the feeling of your familiar accent. And you've won Money in the Bank twice. Who's done this? Well, it's kind of obvious, but I am in no position to say who I am. When on 6/26/20, I can reveal who I am. I can't right now, and it's killing me. But you'll soon know, and I promise you'll be very, very satisfied. I legally can't say who I am right now, but I hope that helps. That's why I basically am saying on 6/26/20, wrestling is going to change for the good. And when I do reveal myself, it's going to be something that you've never seen before. Alfred C., what is your favorite scary movie? How about... Well, first of all, thanks for the super chat. And second, if I say my favorite scary movie, I don't want to reveal who I am. So, I will say my fifth favorite scary movie. And that, let me see. Since I'm practically similar, and it has to be a scary movie. I do like the It remake, Part 1. Part 2 was okay, but it wasn't the same. So my fifth favorite movie, scary movie, would be It, Chapter 1. We have a $24 super chat. Wow. Alright, the one called Shash. Thank you for the super chat. They put on your Twitter page, you had a picture of CM Punk Instagram edit page. First, how do you access to his edit page? And second, why did you delete the tweet? Well, I was replying to a comment, and shit happens, really. I wasn't paying attention, and that was my fault. But that's all I can say about that one. But since you've seen the tweet, you already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was a fuck up. And didn't mean for that to show that part. The Awesome King, thank you for the super chat. Hello, can you give me a shout out? Are you a Little Nas X, Dr. Shelby, or the Elite? Oh boy. Dr. Shelby? Oh, that was that therapist guy. Am I the Elite? Little Nas X. Why would I be Lil Nas X? Though he's got a good song. I'm neither, sadly, but the Elite's talented. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Elite. Dr. Shelby was funny, but I'm not him. But I like the creative message. You guys are something else, I tell you. But I will get to Discord, but I'm allowing a few people in the chat to get their message across. And I hope that you're satisfied for what you're donating. Don't forget, I'll read everyone else's comments as well. Alright, we have Bad News Brandon again. Thanks for the super chat. You guys are awesome. Casey Wood, do you know when Roman Reigns is going to return? Sadly, he won't be returning for a while. And I understand. He is a high risk right now since the virus could take over his body since he's got cancer, or did. So his immune system is basically really high for getting the virus. So when this pandemic is over, then he possibly could return. But far as Roman Reigns returning anytime soon, no. It may be sometime past September or longer. That is why WWE hasn't been mentioning Roman. He's been pretty much blackballed. And that's what I don't get about WWE. They'd rather put their talent at high risk than care about what they're doing. Alfred C. Moe's or Chipotle, asking for a friend. See, that's hard. I believe you asked me this before, and I said that would pretty much give me away. Damn it, and it's a super chat. How about this? I'm gonna say Chipotle, but that's only because you forced me to say it, and I don't really want to answer it, but you super chatted, so I have to. Just don't take it to heart, okay? Alright, let's see. Alright, let's read some normal comments for right now. By the way, thanks for all the super chats. It's really helping me expand my channel, and your voices are actually being heard. And don't feel like you're being left out if you can't super chat. I will read everyone's comments. And then later on tonight, I'm gonna go on Discord, and you will be able to go live with me on my live stream. And then you can hear everyone, and then your voice will be heard. Alright, another super chat. The Awesome King. That's a cool name. What are your thoughts on All Elite Wrestling? Just my opinion, so don't take nothing offensively. But I feel like they're going the route WWE is heading, with a whole bunch of old-timers, and not saying that they don't need old-timers, but it feels like they're losing it. And their focus is on getting, let's say, Matt Hardy, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, John Moxley. All of them are known from WWE. So if we have all these released wrestlers that are coming to AEW, it's basically a fourth option for WWE. But no offense, but TNA did the exact same thing. Now they had ratings to back them up. AEW is struggling to compete with WWE's third brand, which is NXT. And even though they're beating the third brand, to me, they are focusing on too much on the internet fans, which is not a bad idea, but you lack direction, and then you fall into the whole TNA category, Impact Wrestling basically, and it will basically fade away if Tony doesn't do anything about it. But great question, but I feel AEW's got a lot of potential, just it needs a little bit more guidance in the right direction, instead of, your Chris Jericho's, Matt Hardy's, and all these other stars that's basically going to be in a spotlight for the next 4 to 5 years. So what could they possibly change? They need someone with a big name. Like, say, if they had Roman Reigns to go there, that would give them mainstream attention. Because he would sadly be like the Hulk Hogan that went to WCW. Without Hogan, that company wouldn't have existed very long. So AEW needs to look for that Hulk Hogan before they focus on other talent. They need to let their younger talent keep interest into the company, and then expand, then compete. Don't worry about selling merch. Don't worry about tweeting out the next big match. Focus on what you need to do. To me, AEW will definitely be a big company one day, and I like them. Alright, sorry about the long vent there. But AEW, short answer, yes. I like AEW. But everyone's here to figure out one thing, and I understand that. Everyone's excited for 6/20. But we're doing something, we're growing. We're having 164 people in the chat watching me live, which is a good thing. During the pay-per-view Money in the Bank, we had over 2,000 viewers, which is good. I knew it would go back down, but we're slowly growing. Every day, your voices are being heard, not ignored. But let's get back to chat. Alright. Billy asks, let me see, where'd he go? We'll get to the Discord phone calls here in a moment, so stay tuned. Let me see, let's find a good question. Were you a fan of Rey Mysterio versus Eddie feud for Dominic based on the storytelling view? Yes, that was storytelling. Even though we knew Rey and Eddie were best friends, but they brought family into it, and it made it seem real. They had not only a good story, but good matches that led to that match. The custody battle. It may be silly now, but the fact I was invested in that storyline. It was fun, it was different. And you wouldn't expect it, but Eddie Guerrero, I think a little after that, became one of the top baby faces in the company. Because we knew he lied, cheated, and stole. That was easy. It was fun to be a fan of Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio was always the underdog. Once again, we can relate to that person. We can relate to Eddie Guerrero. We can relate to Dominic. We all had custody battles, or could relate to it. So that storyline was very thoughtful. Wasn't the best, but was thoughtful. When you introduce a story that all of us can relate to, that's when it becomes a good story. See, what they should have did with the Lana and Rusev, Bobby Lashley and Liv Morgan story. See, nobody was behind that because we knew Lana was still married to Rusev. So that should have been the deal killer. What should have happened was Mandy Rose and Sonya having a lesbian relationship, because Sonya is gay, I believe. So that would be believable. You have a woman and woman dating, and have a man come in between them. Insert Otis, for instance. Otis was the guy that Mandy didn't like, or reverse the roles. Mandy liked Otis, but she didn't know how to tell Sonya because she was dating her. Otis basically wows Mandy, and it goes on from there. That would have been inserting real life with the story. It's simple. Just put your head to it, and you can pretty much make a good story out of nothing. It's better than what you're seeing now. Alright, let's see. Did you ever wrestle in Scotland for WWE? If so, do you like Scottish wrestling fans? I love Scottish wrestling fans. I love everyone around the world. It was fun. I may not go out and party with a lot of... See, the coolest part was meeting Irish fans. But they drink a lot, but it was fun. I don't drink, so... But I can still have fun. It was fun traveling the world. And that's basically the only thing I miss about being back in wrestling. I just want to say to the mods, just take it easy a little bit. Allow people to express themselves a little bit. Don't block because, they don't like me. Let them express themselves. But if it's a troll posting a link to another channel or just basically spamming, then yeah, block them, but only if it's severe. If they're calling me fake or something, that's fine. I accept that. Thoughts on WWE just putting on Raw women's title on Asuka. That is ridiculous. That woman Asuka could actually win they could have done so many things with that. Yeah, she won the Money in the Bank. But wouldn't it have been better if they put a match together for the title? And they could have done something a lot better than they did. It was crazy. Just to hand someone the title, that didn't make no sense. Once again, the briefcase, the titles, anything they put on you is a prop. It isn't important. It's just the same old, same old. It's who's carrying that title makes it important. It's how you present it. If you make it a prop title like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, and all these others that held it, then it's going to be a prop title. And what they presented to Asuka at Money or Raw was a prop title that Becky just handed over, or opened up a briefcase and then the title was in it. Didn't make no sense. I'm not sure if Becky is actually pregnant, but if she is, congrats. How many hackers are there? I'm just one. I'm me. The message, WWE, I have no idea. They may have more, or it could be another anonymous GM and no end to the story. That's like what they want to do to every big story. Just like Liv Morgan, they gave her everything. Promos, a good story, and then all of a sudden, they drop the ball. And I got a feeling what they're gonna do with the message WWE is drop the ball and have some kind of ridiculous outcome. Look what they did to that cage. It turned out to be a tarantula. They had all that hype building around that cage, and then they turned out to be a tarantula. Becky, is that you? No, I'm no female. I'm not the man. I'm pretty much anonymous. She would have been a good sister Abigail. Yeah, Liv Morgan, I can see it. It could have been better for what they presented. Were you supposed to be a part of this message angle? Because it's obvious they're aware of you with them copying your stuff. Well, here's the thing. They do know about me. They wanted me to be part of this message thing. I seen the vision. I seen the output that they wanted me to go on. I didn't like the direction. So they did their own Twitter and their own story. I told them I wanted my own because I didn't want to be a part of this message WWE thing. I just wanted to present the truth to you. So I created I Am Anonymous WWE, and I started to build my character from ground up, not from the top down like they did. They started from an old Twitter account that they changed the username that had all these followers on it. And I told them I didn't want to be followed by WWE. I didn't want to be followed by Fox. I didn't want to be followed by any wrestlers. I just wanted to be me. and start from the bottom. If I gain a following, great, the story's being told. I want to earn back my position and not take no one else's. If I come back, I'm starting from the bottom and working myself up to the top like it should be when anybody leaves this company, which is WWE. They should work from the bottom and work themselves up to the top, not from the top and take someone else's position. That's why I'm here. And plus, why I'm here, I get to talk to all of you. I get to waste my Mondays when normally I would be sitting and watching TV with my dog and wife. So now I got something I can do with all of you. Alright, sorry about the wait. We have a few people on Discord right now that wants their voice to be heard. So I had to go and check the Discord and make sure everything was ready. Alright, let's see. So, gotta let my mod know. We have a few people that want to speak. Alright, I'll let him know to go ahead and drop him in. Where'd he go? Just give me a moment. Alright, I'm gonna drop a few people on the on air. Let me see. Where did he go? I'm still new to this Discord thing, so bear with me. Let's see if I do this. Not sure what happens. Turn your mic up just a little bit. Actually, let me kill this music. Alright, go ahead and speak.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
What? Can I hear you? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, what is your message?
So my question is, were you ever a Grand Slam champion?
Will I what?
Were you ever a Grand Slam champion?
Was I ever a Grand Slam champion?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Okay. Bye.
Did everybody hear that? I'm still trying to sort out all of the flaws. Alright, let's see if there's anyone else. Waiting room. Once we get everything sorted out, it'd be a lot better. Everybody is just on my live stream, which is fine. Alright. Guess we'll wait until it fills up. Guess I can answer more of the live stream chat until we figure out this Discord thing. So far, Skype was a lot of fun, but Discord's, it's fun but different. Do you know Drew McIntyre? Yes. Recently, I've spoke to Drew McIntyre. Alright, just remember, if you're joining my Discord and want to be on air, all you have to do is go to my Discord and go to the waiting room for the live video. And then you'll be live on air. But for right now, I think I'm gonna focus on the live stream, because there's so much to do while I'm trying to live stream. But definitely, I'm looking for a lot of mods that can help. Who's enjoying Raw so far? I must be live, as my comments are popping up. You are live. Right now, everything in the chat is showing on my video. So when you subscribe, super chat, and you chat in the comments section, you will show up. Alright, let me switch that to live. Chat, there we go. Raw is boring, yes it is. Sim Punk, he just fired me, and you do not work. I did it, I just ran it, and it gets me. Not sure what you're trying to say. If I donate, can I be mod, or do we just have to be lucky and get picked? You don't have to pay to be mod. Super chat is just if you want your question answered truthfully. And to be a mod, you have to understand that it doesn't give you any special powers in the chat. You just kick or block people. It's nothing special. But I appreciate people who want to mod for my channel. But currently, I have the mods that I need. But if you want to super chat, I will answer any questions you got. But that's up to you, not me. Thanks for subscribing, JD. Does this camera for me is Jonathan Blazer? No. Not sure what you're saying. AnonYmous, do you think Martha Hart will ever allow Owen to be inducted into the Hall of Fame? No. Simply because when you lose someone that you love in a sport that doesn't give a damn if you're alive or dead, do you think you should award that company to honor such a legend like Owen? Owen is already a legend in all the fans' eyes. Why does WWE get to honor such a great talent? To me, the Hall of Fame is just who they want. You know, it's nothing too special. But to be honored is great. So yes, for that, Owen should be in the Hall of Fame. And sadly, Martha will never let him into the Hall of Fame. That is WWE, but other places, yes, but not WWE. AnonYmous, I have a question. Shoot. Any superstars you think deserve a push. You can pick from any brand. I'm just curious as to your thoughts, considering how the current WWE champion Drew McIntyre's had a crazy big push. Currently, I like Keith Lee, and I believe Ricochet should have a big push. Keith Lee should be actually main eventing right now, but that's just me. The guy's got amazing talent, and also Ricochet. The man can do anything. Only thing Ricochet is a bit lacking on is his promos. He needs to work them out just a little bit. And I feel with time, he would get better. Just needs some guidance. Who is your favorite talent at the moment with any company? With any company, I gotta say Keith Lee again. That is the biggest guy, but flies like a high flyer. And with time, that man will be a big star. Do you think the term buried is a bit overrated? Yeah, because people use it on everything. When a wrestler gets buried, it's mainly because of them. It's because the lack of interest that the fans are showing. When the fans are behind you and you let them down on something, that's not a company's fault. Now, it is their fault when they get you over and the fans are behind you, and then all of a sudden the company is jobbing you out to some mid-carder. That is being buried. But yes, that phrase is a bit overused. What is the biggest thing of WWE you would change if you were in charge? What would the biggest thing be? Basically, to change how things are ran. Eliminate some of the rioters. Take away the yes men. Make the company what the fans truly want. Politics are just politics. That isn't really a big deal right now. But the rioters, the booking, and basically how the companies ran. Vince is a good guy once he's not around all these people that suck up to him all day. And then you have to go through 30 different people just to get Vince to see what you've done. That is uncalled for. A company should be ran with a few bosses and writers, not 40 people that you have to talk to just to approve 3 words. Come on. Now, that's my opinion. I'm assuming this guy running on my screen right now is from Twitch. People have been asking me to live stream on Twitch. I'm no gamer, but I suppose I can try something. I know a few of you said you don't have to game. You just talk. Well, that's what YouTube's for. If I'm going to stream on Twitch, I'm going to do something fun and different for all of you. Because basically, you would be watching the same damn thing. So if I'm going to go to Twitch and live stream, and I'm going to play a game, either some old Super Mario or Sonic or something fun, you know. I love you. Well, I love you too. If that was directed to me, I love you too. I don't know you, but yeah, I have a heart too, so thank you. I think this is CM Punk. That's not my name. What is your favorite pay-per-view you've watched while you have been gone? I didn't really watch wrestling for a while, but since I've been gone, I think I watched a few, and then I stopped completely. But recently, I've not really paid much attention. Just only what I'm supposed to look at, review, and then, yeah. Like right now, I'm not watching Raw. I'm just purely talking about Raw, wrestling, and all that. WWE AnonYmous, you have a podcast? No. Possibility one day. It depends on what you guys want. If you ask for it, I'll try to do it. See, with this whole Discord thing, someone asked about it, I tried it out. the whole Skype thing, that was fun. I had some guy that kept calling, which was hilarious. But it was fun, it was interactive. I got to talk to the fans. Just like Discord. Yeah, was Skype a little better? Yes, because it was more of the whole ringing thing. And plus having the strangers answer the phone, it was funny. And then there was a fight out of the blue. I don't get it. There was actually a fight. Well, argument. It was funny. You guys would have to watch this stream. But I enjoyed that. But anyways, let's see if there's anyone on Discord real quick and see if they have anybody. Let me see. Anyone in the waiting room? No. I'm not popular anymore. Let me see. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know.
Is how he feels about someone like the OC who gets over with the crowd but then jobs out in handicap matches to Drew McIntyre and then jobs in handicap matches to
Hey,
Undertaker.
he's here for you. You can talk
Oh.
now.
Hi, Anonymous. So I heard you earlier talk about how talent doesn't get over with the crowd, so they get buried, and then some people that do get over just get buried because they choose to bury them. So I was kind of curious how you feel about the OC that jobs out to Drew McIntyre in handicap matches and jobs out to Undertaker and everybody else, but still gets over with the crowd and clearly should be pushed.
Well, clearly, he should be pushed. Well, the OC, they were basically what I was talking about. They were over. And then all of a sudden, they wanted to take away something they built. So, with me, I wanted to change that. Fans were behind the OC. It was different because AJ Styles, they were all in on the group together. And to me, WWE don't get it. They don't see. The fans leaving, the OC behind, WWE basically dumped on us. That's the way I feel. To me, they should put those tag teams to use. They've never used the OC. And then when they put them in the spotlight, they just dropped them, fired them. Even though they were part of a major storyline, they just gave up on the team. And I feel that WWE should start concentrating more on tag teams that are important, that they want to get over.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, and it confuses me because they see that AJ Styles gets over, they put AJ Styles over. They understand that he's significant, but they don't acknowledge the rest of the group. And it really is kind of heartbreaking to see that happen to just amazing talent.
Yeah. It's a shame, like, a lot of stars tend to make themselves over and they drop the ball. And with the OC, Luke Gallows, he was a part of something special back in the day. And they also fired him back in the day. If you remember.
I do remember. I do remember very, very well. And so would you almost make the case that maybe because of who you've affiliated with in the past, maybe that's why they buried him?
I would strongly agree, depending on the circumstances. You know, it really pissed me off when they released Luke again, because they knew I had an idea that would change wrestling, tag teams. And then they released him, apparently because of the virus. And the whole, really, it was the XFL bankrupting. And they released a lot of people for no reason. And I know it was out of their hands, but I had an actual good idea for them. And it involved AJ Styles, the OC. And now that idea is out the window. So, I don't know. WWE is just something else.
So is it like did you like pitch this idea to them and they just out of spite just no, because it's your idea, we don't like it? And
that's what the current thing, like right now, the message WWE is a thing because of me. And when I wanted my own direction of how I seen the vision, how I wanted it to play out, they were totally against it. But Fox seen a different vision. They agreed that they would not follow me. They wouldn't do anything to, quote unquote, break character. They wanted the message WWE to stand out. And that is ran by WWE. I run this whole thing by myself. And I wanted it that way simply because it was different. It wasn't controlled by a company. I'm truly not contracted by WWE. No one controls what I say or anything. But I can pitch ideas. They can either approve it or they, ignore it. Or, since they can't control me, they did what they did to the OC. They fired them before I had any input. So, that is basically what is basically going on. Every time I have an input on something, they want to take it and take their credit for it, which is fine.
But I get what you're saying, but it's got to be frustrating when you see that they're just taking your ideas and running them into the ground, man. Like, exactly what you said. How about you have this great idea for Gallows and Anderson and AJ, and they want to take it, but they want to ruin it out of spite. Like, why? Like, doesn't that frustrate you?
Well, yeah, that's WWE though. I mean, there's a lot of frustrations. I'm not frustrated with creative because, they have to run a business. And with the whole pandemic thing, it's understandable, but it falls in that direction, like back in the day, having to deal with that shit was crazy, and it ended badly. So with having to go through that, I can just picture it going badly again. So to me, before I can even present myself on WWE TV, this still has to go through. And I'm trying to make it obvious to people as much as I can without spoiling it, but say, hey, yes, I'm this, but I can't say legally. But in the same time, continue the story. And when I pitch story ideas, I'm not creative, I'm not the writer. I have my own vision, and they can either say no or yes. And a lot of the times it's been yes, because they want me back. They want everything to go their way. But first, before I can commit to anything special, I want to see if I still got it and not take someone else's spotlight. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not against that at all. It just, the one thing that throws me off is just the fact that they always act like they care, but they always prove that they don't. And like when people like you emerge, like it gives hope, and it really makes people look back on things and wonder why these people don't have these freedoms, and why creative just puts people down because they have ideas. And like these people work hard on their characters, and they go through all this stuff in developmental, and then they get called up, and everything they've done even in developmental is in null, because, well, that's not going to get over with this crowd, we don't want that here. And it just, it doesn't make sense, because you see these guys get over, and then they get called up and their career's just done.
Yeah, the way I look at it, you got 3 brands. You got NXT, SmackDown, Raw. We already know Raw and SmackDown are the main top brands, and it's global. It's everywhere. Same for NXT, but everyone already knows that's just basically the beginning stage. And I know what you're saying, but the crowds are different, if that makes any sense. So when guys come from NXT, when they wasn't on USA Network, before it was on the network, so very few people watched that. And I don't know if this was your question, but it's the way I look at it. It's like different audiences. You got the loyal fans that watch NXT. And then you got Raw and SmackDown. Those are the new kids, the marks, everyone that watches those 2 main shows. You got your loyal fans watching NXT. And then you got old school watchers on Raw and SmackDown. So when you interact all these people, and let's say Keith Lee comes on Raw, some of the new audience doesn't know who that guy is, sadly. So they have to build this guy up, make him into a, quote, star from scrap, and start over. And that's what I don't get either. If they built their name in NXT, or even in AEW or ROH, and then they have to start all over because it's a global audience, and then they drop the ball, and then your push gets taken away. To me, if you're building yourself for a long time, like AJ Styles, for instance. He started in, TNA. He wrestled for years. And then he didn't go to NXT because he was a known brand. Everyone knew who he was. As soon as they seen the phenomenal one at the Royal Rumble, everyone knew who that was. That pop was amazing. That's one of the events I watched, but my point is, it's hard to create something from scrap, and WWE always does this. They create a star, they build them up, and then they drop them off, and that's my frustration. That's what we keep seeing. Go ahead.
And what you said right there, it makes sense, and it makes me think of the fact that so AJ Styles did get his start in TNA. He made a big name out of himself from another company, and he's huge. Everybody on the wrestling circuit knows who he is, and he goes straight to the main roster. But then you've got people like Bobby Roode, who also got their start in TNA, made a huge name for himself, signs a contract with WWE.
Yeah, that's another good example. They feel that he wasn't big enough.
Cards all he gets, and then nobody.
I guess we dropped the call. But yeah, good example. Bobby Roode. He basically started out in TNA, built his name completely up, and then all of a sudden, he goes to NXT. Why start in NXT when you've built your name? Because they want that control. They want to say, WWE wants to say, they created you. They couldn't do that with AJ Styles because he was a well-known household name. But Bobby Roode, they already knew what they could do with him. Hey, your father was, in this company. So what we're going to do is rebrand you. We're going to make you into your father and then turn you into this glorious body person. In reality, he already had a name. People already knew who he was. He didn't have to do that. So his talent faded. His character faded. No one cared after that because WWE wanted to say they created Bobby Roode. Now, this whole thing, what I'm trying to say, is WWE loves control. They want to control every aspect that you do. And that's including you fans. They want to control what you see, what you want to watch. They push these new people on you just to get your hopes up and then drop the ball on it. They want to drop the ball on everyone. They want to push the likes of Roman Reigns, the John Cena's, and everyone else before. They don't want to create new stars if they don't have to. And that's to control you. They'll pick and choose who they want. And that's what I want to change. Alright, I hope everyone got to hear that.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah. Just go ahead and shoot them in here, I don't care. Hello?
Vinny.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Nothing. So I just wanted it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
So I just wanted to get your opinion on Seth Rollins in the new character that they're giving him, the whole Jesus Messiah
The
giving.
Messiah. See, I like it, to be honest, because it gives Seth Rollins another character. He was beginning to become stale. He basically was the fire stomping guy. What's his phrase? Burn it down. And everyone started becoming stale with it, and they realized that they wanted something different. And to me, I like change. It's different. So
I like it too.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't cut you off.
But it's just a little different.
Yeah. Do you think, I don't know if you've seen Raw, but how do you think about his new disciple?
What was that?
I said, how do you feel about the newest guy that he just got on Raw this like couple hours ago?
Oh, I didn't watch. I'm sorry. Well,
Oh, well, he got Austin Theory.
Austin. Well, that's different. I wouldn't think Seth would be wrestling right now due to Becky, but I mean, it seems familiar. The whole Messiah thing. It looks like it's already been done before, but in a different name. And this is what I'm talking about, WWE recycling storylines. If you remember...
I think I know the angle you're talking about.
Yeah, the Straight Edge Society. It was not... Seth Rollins won't go to the extreme of shaving people bald. At least I don't think. But, yeah, I can see the similarities to that storyline. But I'm glad he's doing something different. Hang on just one sec. Somebody's super chatting. Casey Wood. Are you going to be in WWE Backstage on Tuesday night?
Probably.
Well, I mean, if you watch it, you never know. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for the super chat. Alright, let's see what we got on Discord. Alright, go ahead.
I said, I just checked out your channel today. Those videos are creepy, but they're cool at the same time.
See, my whole idea wasn't trying to be creepy. So, something to get your attention, right? And to get people interested. Because they want to know. People love mystery. And so do I. I'm a big fan of mystery. Horror movies, stuff like that.
Oh, I love movies.
Yeah. So, my whole idea with who I am is to create mystery and have people engage into the story, investigate, review videos, unsolve the cryptic message. And that's what this is. It's getting wrestling fans excited to be a wrestling fan. It's different, it's interactive, and I think the new era of wrestling should be like this.
Yeah, I feel like I don't mean to extend my time, but
No, you're fine.
How do you feel if what WWE is doing, because they're ripping you off? How do you feel if it's Ali that they're ripping you off?
Now, what was that? I'm sorry.
I said, how do you feel about them doing the whole your gimmick for WWE, and how do you feel about the rumor that it's Mustafa Ali?
Okay, so the Mustafa Ali and the whole light thing on his hand. See, I don't get it. Like, I don't know what direction they want to go, but to me, Mustafa Ali will not satisfy people with the outcome. Let's say if it's revealed to be either Xavier Woods, Mustafa Ali, or whoever everyone else is trying to rumor it to be. I just want to say, if it's Mustafa Ali, he's talented, but it won't be satisfying to have a hacker gimmick. To
Do
me,
you think if it's Gable, then that's like dumb?
it's the same. I mean, like, it's like you build something up, so much hype. People are thinking someone huge, right? I'm not trying to put them in a category, but let's be honest. It wouldn't be too satisfying if it was that, you know, even if it was Xavier Woods, it wouldn't be satisfying. It's like someone's insulting you because how far would that character go before it gets stale?
Yeah,
They're not
agreed.
trying. They basically look at my videos for ideas, and here I am doing all the work for them. And it's easy if they did this right here. They made history. Once they interact with the fans, then they'll get some ideas on what they want. The fans, what the fans want. How hard is it to interact with your fans? It's not, and I'm proving this right now. It's
Yeah.
a change.
I feel like as a fan, if it's not Ali, then who is it? You know, like what big superstar is it?
Well, I have no clue what the message wants it to be, but I feel it's piggybacking off of me for a reason. And whatever I say, they say. So if I reveal myself, it's going to be, the message will turn out to be who I am. And I don't approve of it, but if it builds hype, if it builds interest, well, it pays off, and it's someone big, so, well, in my eyes, I'm a big name. So it would basically pay off better than who is basically mentioned, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Agreed.
Alright. If you got any more questions, feel free.
I think I got maybe, trying to think, like, I think maybe one more. When do you think they're going to turn Hangman fully heel?
And that's AEW?
Yes.
Okay, so Hangman Page, now, he's a babyface, which, you know, he's over with the crowd, the AEW crowd. I don't think they want to turn him heel, but if he does, I mean, people would get behind him like Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is a heel right now. And look how many fans cheer that man. So.
And sing Fozzy.
Do what?
I said, and they sing a song Judas, which is from Fozzy.
Yeah, exactly. And to get that reaction when you're a bad guy, that's just, you're doing your job. But people forget what heel and face are. If you're a bad guy, be the bad guy, not the heel good guy, if that makes any sense.
Like I feel like that's what they're doing with Johnny Gargano right now since they turned him heel.
See, this was most confusing because if I was a new viewer, right, and if if I turned on AEW and I seen Chris Jericho say how stupid I am, and then you hear the crowd cheer that, how confusing would that be to that new viewer?
Very confusing.
You know, it's like, is he a bad guy? Or hey, I like bad guys, but why is he being cheered? It'd be like Roman Reigns, if he turned heel, he would be that Chris Jericho, because everyone wants him to be a bad guy. And the men would finally cheer Roman Reigns. So that's why they haven't turned Roman Reigns heel. It's because, you know, everybody would cheer him, and the girls would boo, and yeah, the kids would be pissed off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was nice meeting you. I
Nice
enjoyed
meeting
asking you questions.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Well, that's fun. I'm getting a few people to have a good conversation with.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, popping in.
Alright. It's time for somebody else to have their opportunity.
Alright. If you guys want to put anybody else on, that's great. Just know they can hear every word you're
How
saying.
you doing, AnonYmous?
How you
All right,
doing?
I'm gonna head out. You guys stay safe, healthy.
My question is, are you married or?
Am I married? Yes.
Okay. Much. I appreciate you, everything you're doing for us. Wrestling needs to be changed, and we need a savior.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If there's anything else you want to say, feel free.
Well, basically, I haven't watched a full episode of Raw since post WrestleMania. I was supposed to be at WrestleMania in Tampa, and it sucks what they did with the whole Performance Center thing. And we should go back to the ruthless aggression and attitude era ways of blood and violence. So everything you're doing is worthy and should be praised, and anybody who tells you differently is a fool.
Now, I want to ask you something.
Feel free.
Now, what makes you want blood and everything like that? Like, what makes you want that to tell a story?
What makes me want what? Sorry, you kind of cut out.
Now, you said you wanted the blood back, to tell a story. Now, what intrigued you to want blood back?
Just like, for example, I've done wrestling myself. I actually wrestle locally here in Canada, and I feel that blood and all that stuff tells a bigger story. Like when I see matches like Triple H versus Undertaker and Mankind versus Foley, with the teeth, and when Foley got thrown off the cage. When I see that stuff, it makes me believe like, oh my God, these guys actually, tried very hard to tell a story. Nowadays, when you see doctors running to the ring to, wipe off, the competitors' faces and all this kind of stuff, and it's just crazy story.
You know why they do that nowadays? It sucks, but I understand your point. But a lot of companies, or not companies, but fans don't realize the story can be told still with no blood. But the main reason why big companies don't allow their wrestlers to bleed anymore is because it's unsafe and they get fined by the city. Each city has its own law. And nowadays, which sucks, is they can get fined a certain amount of money and say the other week or so, someone complained about AEW and they got fined $10,000. So if you had 20 matches that night that had blood, you're pretty much going to be bankrupt by the end of the year. So I get maybe pay-per-views when it matters, but during a normal match, I don't think blood should be included, because back in the day, they overdid it. And, but for me to tell a story in a ring, if I get busted open, I'm gonna bleed. I'm gonna tell the ref, don't stop my match. I'll take the fine. But a lot of wrestlers don't like to bleed. And the story can still be told. Now, if you get cut the hard way, that's telling the story. But if you're over there in the corner like Ric Flair and just blade all day long, what story are you telling? You're bleeding everywhere. But yeah, I get what you're saying though.
I can absolutely agree with that. I mean, pay-per-views, I think it's a great idea to have some blood here and there. And I do agree with your point that not every match to have that kind of blood. I just think that whenever they can, they should throw it in.
and not take away the match. Like stopping it, that's stupid. If they're bleeding freely, that's part of the story. Leave it. And the first blood matches, everything like that was taken away from everyone. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know about that wrestlers can't do anymore, and it sucks. But that's the way a business grows. Back then you had, like I said, divas and bikinis, and it didn't really make any sense, but you still have that sex appeal. And they can still do that today, but they choose not to. Not the bikini contest, but sexy storylines. Don't be afraid to go over the edge a little bit. With the lesbian storylines, have gay storylines, include everyday thing, like normal lives. That's what wrestling is. It's supposed to be a man and woman sport. And it's crazy how it's converted into this PG 5-year-old. I know why. It's a business. They got to make money. And kids buy a lot of merch. But we're forgetting the core fans. We don't always buy merch. We're there because we're invested, because we love it. And that's what they forgot. But thanks for your question. That's an awesome question.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me. And Canada is just proud to be part of such an amazing industry. So it's good to have you here.
Stay safe, man.
All right. I hope the rest of your stream goes well, and yeah.
I hope so too.
All right, I'm gonna move in the next guy.
All right.
Sounds good. Cheers.
You're live.
Hey, yo, teen, you're on air.
Yeah, I'm still here.
How you doing?
Hello. How's it going, man?
I'm doing great.
All right. I'm gonna make this brief because I want everybody else to be able to, talk with you.
You're fine.
But I just want to let you know, man, you're doing great. I'm an OG wrestling fan. Been a fan since 1990. So.
Damn. That's good.
Yeah, it's a long time, man. Yeah, I'm 35 right now, so you can understand.
Hey, don't feel too old. I'm old.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know you're doing great, man, and I really hope that you really change the culture, man, because seriously, like, because this, I think the WWE has just really just gotten oversaturated with the PG area and the control that they want and all that, with the monopoly and everything. It's just getting, just something drastic needs to change.
Yeah,
Something
that's
serious.
what I'm hearing. You know, it's getting childish. It's been childish for too long, and
Yeah.
they're forgetting the core fans and the loyal fans that have to put up with 3 hours of their shit. And not only 3 hours, but you got SmackDown, NXT, and it takes a lot of dedication because I want to come home, I want to watch wrestling and not be afraid to tell my buddy or my friend and say, hey, check out this. I remember back in the day, I would go to school and I wouldn't be afraid to discuss wrestling. And my friends would take bets on who was right and who was wrong. The next day, you can brag and talk about it. Now,
Exactly.
now you go to work and you're kind of afraid to be like, hey, did you see what happened last week on Raw? Or,
Yeah, you get looked
it's,
down on.
it's embarrassing now. And then they're confusing their fan base because they don't want to admit they watch it, but feel guilty because they want to talk about it. And now they've lost that fan base that was important. But
Right.
I appreciate your questions and being a fan. People like you should, be proud and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Because I used to be able to talk to my friends about wrestling all the time. I used to sit up and watch EC Dub and WC Dub. I was actually watching the Montreal Screwjob live, and even then I was like 12 years old watching. It was like, man, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Right.
But it was something
different.
drastic.
It was different.
Yeah. So definitely something needs to happen, and I can't wait for 626, 2620.
Yeah. It'd be change. It'll be a big change.
Sweet. All right, man. Thanks, man. You be safe.
You too. All right. If we don't got any more on Discord, I'm going to go ahead and talk on the YouTube stream.
Someone's having trouble logging in.
Okay. All right. I'm going to read a few comments from the chat. Here we go. Which WWE diva in the past is your favorite? How far back in the past? I just want to say how cool it is that you guys are actually, dedicated enough to go to Discord and ask questions and be a part of this. Even the people in the YouTube chat, I thank you all for actually taking part into this live stream. And I think I forgot a super chat, and I apologize. I was a little busy, but I don't know how to go back. But if you wrote a super chat and I didn't read it, I'll look over it in the next stream. I'll announce it. All right. So no more Discord.
It didn't work for him.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to YouTube. All right. Thanks for participating in the Discord. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
But yes, thank you guys so much for taking time on Discord. And yeah, it's something so different that I'm trying. I would work out the flaws and the bugs, and this was our first night that I had mods to help me out, and it was different. I trusted a few people, and I thank everyone that's watching me right now during this live stream on YouTube. I thank you for subscribing. See, this is what I'm talking about. If I can bring something back to fans that's missing, like this interaction. Back in the day, there was no interaction like this. And I think with time, wrestlers need to evolve and become something that they hate. See, I was uncomfortable doing this, but with all of this going on, you have to get out of your comfort zone. No one knew about this virus. So take time to be a good wrestler. Take time to work on your character and make it better. And then in the long run, it would pay off. Fans will be satisfied. And this whole thing with the message WWE is they go a whole week without saying anything, without interacting. So people have to guess, and then they lose interest. Me, I'm on here. I'm on Twitter. I'm basically on every platform besides Pornhub. So you have to be comfortable with everything. I'm trying new things because there's a new culture. There's new things going on. And you have to move with the time. And WWE has done that, but they ignore the fans. So let's get back into the chat, because I'm interested to see what you have. Did everything go right? Did y'all hear everything? Did everything come out clean? Voices? I'm just curious. Wait, what? You can see everything we do on our phone? No, only see the chat. And on Discord. I am not a hacker. Jeez. I'm not the SmackDown hacker. But they're pretty much taking everything that I say and then making it into their video. So I will say this to see if they take it. Let me see. Like I said, I have every account besides Pornhub. So I expect the message WWE to make an account now, since I mentioned it. And no, I'm not fake. Loga, or whatever your name is, Logan. If I was fake, I wouldn't really. Look at my Twitter page. Look at my YouTube channel. YouTube wouldn't make me a partner if I was a nobody. And it's never been heard of someone becoming a YouTube partner less than, 2 weeks? So put two and two together. Obviously, I verified it with YouTube. Are you CM Punk? No, that's not my name. Hey guys, Valerie, don't tell people to download it. If they don't want to download Discord, don't tell them to. Since I don't want YouTube to get upset that I'm trying to get people to go to a different platform. Now, if they want to sign up for Discord, which is completely free, you can have, just like everyone else, you can hear them being heard on the live stream. And that's why I have a Discord. It's basically a way so you can call into the show and be on air. But just I don't want to encourage people to download something they don't want to. So thanks for the help, Valerie. And she is the mod, so don't piss her off. Let me see, which WWE diva is your favorite in 2005? Man, that was so long ago. Let me see. I don't know, I have bad memory. But, let me see, Mickie James was a great wrestler. She still is. I'm not sure if she works for WWE still or not. Trish Stratus changed a lot for a lot of former wrestlers. She deserves a lot of credit. Let me see. There's a lot. I mean, you debate, what? You mean debut? In 2006. I didn't debut in WWE in 2006. It was ECW. WWE ECW. Chat platform equals Discord. Yes, sorry, I don't know what you were saying, Valerie. Don't mind me. Don't kill me. I'm just reading the comments. What brand will you be on? It depends. I mean, you have NXT, you have young and upcoming wrestlers. And now they want to put, well-known names on NXT. But I feel if I was on NXT, it would be competing with AEW. And I don't have a problem with that, but I feel a lot of their viewers would switch, and I don't want that. I would want to wait until they're more established. But SmackDown is what day I'm going to appear, and that's in 39 days. So, I'll be having a countdown every day until then. Who are you? I am AnonYmous. If you don't know what that means, I can't help you. Go after Drew McIntyre. I'm not gonna take someone's spotlight. I'm going to start from the bottom and work myself up. If I'm going to return, I'm not returning to be a Goldberg or a Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to be rewarded a title shot just because of my name. I want to earn it and show the world why I'm the best. Are you Booker T? Come on. Booker T? Oh, Lord. You guys with these questions. But no. I think Booker T would be proud that I'm not him. Which WWE Championship did you first win? Come on. Why is it always people wanting to reveal who I am? I'm here to talk wrestling tonight. If you want to reveal who I am, watch my vignette videos, not my lives. My live streams are talking to you. It's a way so I can talk to you and not feel controlled. If you want to reveal who I am, just watch my vignette videos, which reveal who I am. Are you just someone who wants to make WWE better? You can look at it that way. I'm not just some fan, if that's what you're wondering. I am a wrestler. But am I just some wrestling fan? No. I am a fan of wrestling, but that's just not who I am. You must be CM Punk. In one of your videos, you used a phrase about the papers on the wall. CM Punk had papers delivered to him. If you take it that way, then that's your opinion. But my name isn't CM Punk. Whatever clues you have, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but people are missing the key elements. They keep calling me CM Punk. Remember, that's not my name. I am AnonYmous. AnonYmous means I'm basically invisible. I am everywhere. I see everything. You will see me 6/26/20. You are Shorty G. No. Why? Why would anybody believe I'm Shorty G? The guy's like 2 foot. No offense to him. Whatever the message WWE tweets or videos they make are them, not me. I make my own videos. I have people that actually make them for me. They are mine. Their message is what they post, which is ran by WWE. Whatever I post is from me, not them. Will you do more vignettes? Yes. When the time approaches and people need to know more? Yes. I normally post new ones on Twitter. And also, while I'm at it, I want to thank everyone who's bought a hoodie, a shirt, supported my channel. You guys have bought so many hoodies. Teespring had to back order them. That's insane. For someone to... I just came out, right? Not even a month ago. You guys have been so supportive. You've bought the merch. You guys are here. And I've started from nothing to something. And that's because of all of you having faith in me. There were so many hoodies bought that they had to back stock them. So that is crazy. And for those who actually bought a shirt, who sent a super chat and all that, let me know and I will follow you on Twitter. For those right now who buy merch and they send me either a selfie or a picture of you having a hoodie of mine, I will follow you. And then remind me and I will shout you out in the next live stream. For those who actually took part in the super chats tonight, thank you. On my future live streams, I will make it much better. Tonight, I was just trying out Discord and allowing your voices to be heard on the live chat. And now fans got to be a part of history tonight. Well, I look at it that way. So, with a lot of you asking me if I'm going to have a Twitch, I do have one, but I have no idea what I should stream. It's either a game. What interests you? What should I stream on Twitch? Lily, thanks for ordering the hoodie. I appreciate it. Now, if games are what you want, I'm a bit old school, so I might play Resident Evil, something fun. I'll try to make it entertaining. I'm not sure how the voice box is going to make me sound when I play, but I'm pretty sure I can do some crazy, weird shit with this voice. The other day, I was teasing April. She was bugging me about this whole thing. And I was over there, and I creeped her out. I went on I think it was not Skype, but something else. And I had the voice changer. And I creeped her out with this thing. It was funny. Just a little story for you guys to take with you. How will you return through an entrance, a hack video on SmackDown, a hack attack someone from behind? I'm not going to attack anyone. First, my idea is to come back. Then tell the fans why I am back. Then discuss what happened to me and why it led to me walking out. I don't want to not mention that part. And that's what me and WWE are discussing at the moment. Either I'm going to be real or scripted. And I told them I'm going to be real about it. I'm not holding back, and I'm going to explain to everyone why I left. So, right now, it's in the air. But that date, either way, is still set in stone. If I can't return to WWE, there's all kinds of different companies that would want me. and they know it. Go against Bobby Lashley. I don't think that would do anything for me. You going to wear a hockey sweater when you come back? That would be awesome. I would probably wear a hoodie with the logo on it and something special. Nothing too fancy. Is Alexa Bliss going to heel turn on Nikki Cross? I mean, I'm not a future teller. I just know what the message steals from me. What wrestler left 6 years ago? Technically, it's been 5 years. It'd be 6 years on the 27th. So 6/20, 6/26/20 would be 5 years. 6/27/20 would be 6 years for me. So it's 1 day before 6 years. And that's why I'm returning on that day. 6/26/20 would be exactly 5 years. Then 6/26/20 or 6/27/20 would be 6 years. Because I left on the 27th. Do you trust WWE to stay true to the story after 6/26/20? Even then, I'm not signing a contract. They're allowing me to return. I won't be obligated like everyone else to follow the rules. And that's why I said there will be a change. If I showed up on Raw on 6/26/20, I won't have a contract to bind me. So let's say on the following Wednesday, I can show up for AEW if it was live. And I hope everything works out, but I seriously doubt it. That live events will soon resume. But I'm praying that 6/26/20 it wouldn't be pre-recorded, or we would have a live fans in the attendance, but it's looking slim, and I hope when I do return, it will still have the same impact that it would with the live crowd. But as things are looking, I don't think there will be a crowd on 6/26/20. And that's the sucky part. But I'm keeping my word. Even if I don't sign with WWE, I still want to appear. Now, I don't know if WWE would change their mind, but I have the platform. I have the platform to change. If they do anything stupid, I have this here in front of you to reveal myself. I don't have to be on WWE to reveal who I am. It would just be different. But we still would have a live stream that day. Honestly, whoever you are, you will make an impact with or without a crowd. I appreciate that. When you return, how long do you plan on staying in the biz? See, I don't know how things will play out. I'm indecisive right now because how they change things on the fly. It can all change real quick, but my vision won't change. AnonYmous will still be here. And if I have to carry this on longer, I will. And I will build this as big as I can until the right day. Even if WWE doesn't come through, there's other companies I can go to and make that impact that everyone's been wanting for the past 5 years. Are you going to get rid of the PG era? You spell era wrong. It's E-R-A. But yes, my goal is to change the whole culture and make a new era for all of you. What was your favorite opponent to go against before you left? John Cena. He kind of knew the ins and outs of the ring better than anyone. Though he was loud calling the spots, and that's the only downfall. He didn't care, and that's the thing. Have you ever met Tony Khan? No. Via text message. I did have a meeting, but that was a bit lackey, you know, and wasn't really organized. And it felt like they were just trying to give me money just to say, hey, we got you. Look at this. We have this guy. Yeah, well, that shit don't happen if you don't talk in person. You know, text messages. How is that meeting or making a deal? It's not. Everyone has a price. I have a train of thought and I say things. And when I say them, I mean it, and it pisses off people. I have no filter. So, sorry Tony Khan. Sorry Cody. Sorry Bucks. But it was the truth. Sorry if it made your company look like shit. Do you think you want to get in the ring with King Corbin, AnonYmous? Corbin has a lot of... I don't know. I don't know him. I mean, I met him, but he's a bit green for me. I mean, I don't know, I can't say. But yeah, I mean, it would be fun, but nothing special. Here's the cool thing with this. Even the mods, the admins, you can even ask them. I stayed in character the whole time. They don't even know who I am. And that's the fun part. I'm keeping the character alive. Because this is me. I don't need, fancy cameras or a film crew. I have me, my knowledge. Alright. If anybody wants to do any super chats, they're new, I don't know how they work, but you can do them, and that helps out the channel grow. And there's like emojis, special emojis. So when you do that, it'll pop up on the live stream and it'll broadcast it to everyone. Also, when you subscribe, it'll say your name on the live stream as well. Just like you see the chat. And if you buy merch, let me know and I'll follow you on Twitter. And also, while I'm at it, if you follow me on Twitch, I may, maybe on Wednesday, I might stream on Twitch and play some kind of game. But you gotta give me some suggestions on Twitter. Just remind me. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Has anybody got any more questions? Cause I gotta get going here soon. Jeez, that's a lot of emojis. Do you have to even pay for those? I don't even know. Nope. Okay, good. Jeez. I don't know about all this YouTube partner thing. I got a lot of new stuff. See, I got something new like super chats, emojis, a lot of cool stuff. So there'll be some few changes to the channel, but nothing too dramatic. You guys kicked ass and YouTube couldn't ignore me no more. So I thank all of you for making these live streams kick ass the way they do. And Twitch, I don't know how far I'll come on that, but shit, everything we've done, Discord, that's fun. The whole Skype thing, if you guys remember that from the last live stream, that shit, we broke Skype. So, it was fun, definitely. And I'm sure that next live stream, it'll get better. With the whole new Discord thing, you guys can come on air with me and speak the truth. Let your voice be heard. So there's a lot of new things coming leading up to 6/20/6/20, just for all of you. And I just want to say another thank you for all the people who followed me on Twitter. We've got 2,000 strong on there. Also on my YouTube channel, we got 2,000 strong. So we're slowly growing, and your voices are being heard either way. No, we did break Skype, Josh. We did. Literally, we had like over 800 calls that live stream, and all you heard was the ringtone over and over. And what stood out of that live stream was there was a guy, it was funny, he called like 5 times, and each time he would call me Mr. AnonYmous Okay, and then the next guy calls into the live stream and he says, I just want to point out that guy that was on the phone is funny, blah, blah, blah. Well, he hangs up. That same guy that called me Mr. Anonymous calls back just to call out the other guy for making fun of him. It was crazy. It was fun. But I appreciate all of you guys. Even the guy that calls me Mr. Anonymous. I appreciate you. It was just fun. You made the live stream. You were the highlight of the night, for sure. I don't know who he was, but by God, I would follow him if I knew who he was. It was funny. But yeah, see, we have a lot of characters here in that chat. We really do. And that's what's missing. It's the importance of being a fan. We get to express ourselves and not be made fun of. And it's fun, it's different. And that's what makes me enjoy all of this. It's moments like that. We're gonna look back and get a chuckle out of it, you know? That's what I want. This is why I do these live streams. Not to scare anybody, but to enjoy talking about wrestling. And not always bash WWE. It's the interaction and what we wish that could change. But yeah, I appreciate all of you. We are the Anonymous Army. So that's our nickname for you guys. The Anonymous Army. Because you truly are. We literally broke Skype. And they sent me an email begging me not to do it again. So, it was fun. So far so good on Discord though. Nothing broke. A lot of new members. It's been fun. So hopefully we don't break Twitch. Cause I got a couple of ideas. Maybe I might tease a face reveal or something. How about the next live stream? I just raise my hood just a little bit. Just enough to see my chin line. And you can get an idea on who I am. I bet you that would bring in some viewers. But I'm not going to try to troll anyone. But we could pull in more than 244 viewers if they only knew who I truly was and took off the hoodie. You know, because I am, you know, a prankster. I try, at home at least I am. But I'm an honest person. So, something to look forward to. I may just reveal something for you to remember. And for those who keep asking about becoming a mod, follow me on Twitter if you don't. And there is an admin that can take care of that for you. And I follow him on my Twitter. So if you go through the people I follow, and let me see his username. Hang on. Got a bunch of notifications. Spongy T. His Twitter name is @angel_6151. And I follow him on Twitter. If you ask him, he could make you mod on Discord. Now, I can make anyone mod on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, just keep hanging out in the chats, and if I remember you, I'll make you mod. But it's nothing special. I mean, all of those who volunteer, you know, I thank all of you for helping me with these live streams and Discord. It's a bunch of work, but thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate all of you, and let's change the culture together so all of your voices will be heard. Continue to follow me, and I will lead you into the right area you want to be. Yeah, just like him, follow me on Twitch as well, because I might stream on Wednesday. So if you go on Twitter, suggest which game I should play, and I'll try to play it. Alright guys, until the next live stream, the AnonYmous army is getting bigger and stronger. They will hear our voices. Until next time.